Do you think that tweenies can breed with humans?
Here we are, episode 3.
Here we are. How are you?
Did you have to make the first noise you made on this episode just so you breathe?
I didn't mean to. So if you want to take this again, we can.
No, I don't want to do that. So what are we doing today? Do you remember?
The tweenies.
Yeah,
yeah,
we're doing the tweenies.
Hey, are you ready to play? It's time to come and play with the tweenies. Hey, what do you say? Come along and play with the tweenies.
Do you remember anything? Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Elsie and this is Meg.
Hi.
Right, done.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've been following, then you know that. If you haven't,
I know it.
And I know it too. And if you haven't, we've done Pingu and we've done Lazy Town. So go back and listen to those if you are interested in those shows and what we personally have to say about them.
Yep.
So what do you remember of Pingu? Oh my god.
No.
What do you remember of the tweenies?
Like big, like colourful.
Big heads.
Big heads.
Big heads, yeah. That's about it,
Yeah.
really. The set was massive because, like, obviously they're massive people.
Yeah.
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 So they were like half puppet and half live action.
Yeah. So like they were inside. They were like people in these like big suits.
In these fleece costumes.
Like the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
But outside,
animatronic heads and eyes.
Yeah.
Ugh. Horrible.
I mean, they weren't nice inside. Like, let's
Yeah,
be honest.
probably not.
They're like big and colourful because that is what kids want to watch and will learn from.
Uh-huh.
But watching them now, as adults, I find them
Quite unsettling.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I've got like a little bit of a structure to
Okay.
this one. Yeah, we're going to do the history of the show, like who the makers are and
Yep.
everything like that. We're going to go through the cast, the legacy, talk a bit about the legacy. I'm sure there's something else in there that... Oh, yeah, the controversy. When we get to that, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be the best
I
bit.
don't know anything about that, so
Okay, well, you are in for quite a shock. Let's just say hundreds of complaints
Fucking
to
hell.
Ofcom.
Okay.
Yeah. And for very good reason this time, actually.
all right.
So brace yourself.
All
But
right.
we'll get to that. Keep listening.
This one's from me.
And this one's from me. Shall I tell you what it is? It's, Oh, don't tell us, Milo.
Oh.
You'll spoil the surprise.
This is my present for Fizz. Max helped me wrap it up. Fizz is very lucky to get all these presents.
Yeah, she's going to have a lovely birthday.
Can I ever have a birthday present?
Oh, of course you can.
Oh, good. I'll take this one. No, Jake.
So I'm going to do like a whistle-stop tour of the history of the Tweenies because I don't think it's that interesting.
Right, okay.
So, Will Brenton and Ian Lachlan, I think is how you pronounce that. So one has a wiki page, one does not. But I think they both should because they're
Okay.
kind of like giants in kids telly. So Will Brenton, his wiki page hasn't been updated since at least 2015. And I know this because there is a sentence that says, in 2015, Will Brenton will be writing and directing the next Basil Brush live show and the next Justin and Friends Mr. Tumble's Circus Arena tour. So he's a big deal.
Yeah.
You can hear from that, but no one's bothered to update his Wikipedia page.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive, yeah, very much.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Ian Lachlan, he was a presenter on Play School. No, I didn't think you would know what that is. It was a long running show when it was from the 60s.
Okay. Well, I'm not.
No. It's like, do you remember Chickabilla stole this actually? They had the 3 different shaped windows. Like the main thing that people remember about Play School is that there are 3 different shaped windows and the kids had to guess which one they would be looking through this week.
Yeah.
And-
okay. I
yeah.
remember that from Tickabilla. I mean.
Yeah, Chickabilla stole that. It came from Play School.
Okay.
So that was like early BBC kids telly. They rebooted it and called it Playdays. And Ian Lachlan was a presenter on that. He was a presenter on Fun Songs Factory or Factory Funs. Listen, this is why I'm going so quickly through this, because they're like giants in the business, but they've done nothing that we know.
Right.
So they teamed up, they met as presenters on these massive shows, they teamed up and they created, they established Telltale Productions in 1994. They made a bunch of shows, Tweenies is one of them, and so they just know what they're doing. They're professionals. So the BBC at the time, they wanted a replacement for Teletubbies because that had stopped being made. They got Will and Ian to make 270 episodes of the Tweenies.
I didn't know there was that much of it.
And it only ran from 1999 to 2002.
And it ran all those episodes in that time.
And before, they had to make...
like a different episode a week.
Yeah, they had to... well, it was
More
during
than.
the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had to make 70 episodes before it even broadcast because they wanted to show so many in such quick succession.
Mm-hmm.
And the producers were like, no pressure, but this has to work. This has to be good.
Right.
Yeah. The only other things I really know about these two guys is that one of them, Will Brenton, there's like 2 pictures of him on the internet and he's like very good looking, and in my opinion. And Ian Lachlan does a lot of pantomime dame acting.
Right.
Now. He's in panto.
Okay.
So that's all I really know about those two.
The handsome man and the woman.
That's right. She's a handsome woman.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was listening to an interview with Ian on YouTube today, and I was like, yeah, I don't know who this guy is. And I was in the comments and everyone was like, this man was my childhood. So, like, clearly he, you know...
People like him.
He's been around, yeah.
He's been around.
There's a worm at the bottom of the garden, and his name is Wiggly Woo. There's a worm at the bottom of the garden, and all that he can do. Watch me wiggle first, wiggle.
So this is a quote from one of them, I don't know who. We went all over the world launching it. It went to 70 territories. It was supposed to be a 5-year plan, but it went on for about 10 to 12 years. It was a really good and life-changing experience. We won a BAFTA for it. It was just a great experience. So, you know, away with words.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was
You know,
massive.
like when after a football game and they're interviewing the players, that's what that sounds like.
Yeah, they gave us
we gave it our best shot.
Obviously wasn't the result we wanted. Yeah.
But we're determined that we will come
Gonna
back,
come back
and
stronger.
fight harder. Yeah.
My mum hates after match interviews.
I love them.
I love them too. I mean, she hates them because it's like, what are they going to say? They're out of breath. They're either happy or disappointed. It's not their job to be public speakers.
No,
They're
that's very
boring. They're
true.
the same every time. Although, even though I'm not a Liverpool supporter, I'm just really happy whenever Jurgen Klopp is happy.
I was very, very pleased to see Brighton beat Liverpool this weekend.
Fine, that's fine. I don't care about the rest of Liverpool.
Just Jurgen Klopp,
Just as a
who isn't even from Liverpool.
well, no, he's not. But you know, he's a nice man, and I like him, and I wish him the best.
Okay. Teeth.
Oh, clean the floor, leaning ladies.
You've mopped the floor, Max.
Yeah, looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, very clean.
Yeah, very, very clean.
Can we come in, Max?
Yeah, can we?
Can we?
Oh, yes, why not? Oh, but you better take your shoes off, though. You look a bit muddy to me.
Better not make a mess of your nice clean floor.
Oh, that's right.
I'll tell you what. Shoes off, everybody. Quick, chop, chop. Yeah.
The people inside the costumes, the ones that play the tweenies, are very, very short, and the people that play the adults are very, very tall because there needed to be like a realistic height difference between them, but obviously they're all in costume.
Yeah.
So like the humans in them had to be very short and very tall.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know the cast?
No.
You know who played Jake?
No, because I've just said I don't know the cast.
Do you know Justin Fletcher?
No.
Do you know Mr. Tumble?
Oh, him.
Yeah.
That scumbag.
Heck no!
Right.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
I'm just gonna
Go on.
It has to be said.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
That's fine.
I can't quite put my finger on what it is.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah. Hate him.
As your main audience members.
Picking a fight with Justin Fletcher and Mr. Tumble.
Oh, you would win.
Who makes television for disabled kids. Oh,
Yeah.
what a dickhead.
Evil.
Everyone should hate him. Scum of the earth.
So the guy that plays Milo also plays Creepy Pervy Max. Creepy Pervy Max is what my parents call him.
Yeah.
Because they had this like headcanon, I guess, that he was a paedophile. Because when accusations. I guess if you're like a parent, you need to find the humour somewhere in what your kids are viewing. Otherwise, it's just deathly boring.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But yeah, here's the thing: never ever been able to find any kind of humour in the Night Garden. It is just purely boring.
Yeah, it's really boring.
Yeah.
It's pretty like chill and relaxing and zen. But it's...
I'm not relaxed by it, I'm bored by it.
Oh, okay, fine. I was thinking today about... I was actually thinking about Mr. Tumble today. Something Special, his show was called.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, when I was a kid, because I wasn't the audience for it, I still watched it, and I kind of just sat myself in front of it and watched the shapes and the colours and stuff. And I wasn't enjoying it for its actual content. And it made me think that if, as an adult, I was a more zen, chilled-out person... I could watch it and enjoy it in exactly the same way I did 20 years ago.
I'm not that.
Okay. I'm not that. Well, I am that. Okay.
Tweenie clock, where will it stop?
Showtime!
So you had Jake, the baby, played by Mr. Tumble. You had Creepy Pervy Max. You had Judy, who was the other adult. You had Doodles, the dog, whose voice was exactly the same as Scooby Doo, also played by Mr. Tumble. You had Fizz. You had Bella. You had Milo. So Milo was like the naughty one.
Yeah, Milo down the street. Whee! Milo, I want a word with you.
Jake was the baby. Fizz was the girly one. And Bella was like a cold ass bitch.
Yeah.
Which I think is like... So in every single episode, they make reference to Bella being bossy.
Very good. I'm not that grumpy and bossy looking. Am I? Oh, I've had enough of silly old portraits. If anybody wants me, I shall be in their playhouse. Huh. But since I'm so big and ugly and bossy and grumpy and everything, I don't suppose anybody will want to play with me ever again. Is this yours, Milo?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Kindly take it and go away.
Oh, all right, Bella. Yeah, sorry. Yes, Bella. Yeah, thanks.
I thought you were my friend. I am your friend. Milo said you were all bad-tempered. I am not bad-tempered.
Do you have any thoughts about that?
What about branding a child as bossy?
Yeah.
And what that does to them while they're growing up?
Yeah.
And how we stereotype women as bossy, but
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
boys take initiative
That's right.
and they're leaders.
Yes. It's brought up in it.
I see your misogyny.
Yeah, I see their games. It's brought up in every single episode.
Has it worked on you?
No.
Nah, it's not really worked on me either, that's the thing.
No, it's like everyone could see that Bella had really bad vibes. Like, she was frequently called annoying by all of the other kids, which, you know, watching it now is kind of like, this is really mean.
Yeah.
It's a really strange thing to go back and watch and just see them call her that and have the show categorise her as that.
She shouldn't be so damn bossy then, should she?
Yeah, she was bad vibes.
That's the thing
to be
is,
fair.
she is annoying,
Yeah.
but she's a child. Everyone's met an annoying kid. You don't tell the kid that they're annoying. They just deal
Yeah,
with
but
it.
other kids do. Kids are really mean.
Kids are mean. That's very true. Maybe they were just trying to be realistic.
Yeah, she always used to take care of Jake, though, quite a lot. And Wikipedia has, like, the character traits of all the different tweenies.
Yeah.
And they describe Max and Judy as the adult tweenies, which kind of broke my brain a little bit.
Like, is the tweenies... Is this a word to describe young people, or are they a breed?
Exactly, because if
Not
Max
breed.
and Judy are... No, yes,
Like,
breed.
no, a species.
Yes, species.
Yeah.
Because if Max and Judy are adult tweenies...
Then
yeah.
like being a
Yeah.
human. Oh, odd.
Yeah, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. It's like, where are these tweenies?
Do you think that tweenies can breed with humans?
Twomans.
Twomans.
I'm kind
Twooman
of thinking... I'm thinking of it as, like, the same thing as, like, Avatar in humans, like the Na'vi.
Oh, God.
What? It's...
Tweenies are just like the Na'vi.
It's topical.
James Cameron would have a field day.
It must have been horrible inside those suits. They're made of, like, fleece.
These days, they'd just do it with mocap.
Yeah, they would just do it with mocap.
Oh, we'll just mocap it. It's fine.
Oh, I've got new shoes.
So have I.
No, you haven't, Fizz. You've had those shoes for ages.
Well, they were new once.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's play a shoe game.
Yeah!
Right, shoo, Jake. Shoo, Bella. Shoo, Fizz.
That's not a proper shoe game.
You're silly, Milo.
So Wikipedia has, like, all their different character traits, like I said, and at the end of each one, they say, like, Jake is Milo's best friend, or Fizz is Bella's best friend. So what Wikipedia has listed is the two boys as best friends and the two girls as best friends. When you very rarely see them interacting like that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just calling out gender bullshit all over the place in this episode. Oh yeah, they had a dog as well.
Yes.
Doodles.
Yes.
He was fun. And there was a person inside him as well, just on all fours, walking like a dog. Like, do you remember those horse girls on TikTok a
Yeah.
little while ago that were just galloping?
Yes.
And the dog was played by one of the creator's daughters,
Okay.
which must have been like, that's so degrading.
We can't get anyone in to play the dog, so can you come in and do it for us?
She's literally like on all fours walking around the set in this big like shaggy costume.
Bless her.
I know, it's quite impressive. And then they brought in another dog, a purple female dog, later on called
the male
Izzles. Yeah.
We brought him in a lady friend.
They brought him in a little girlfriend. Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, they did. My dad hated her.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's
Was she bossy?
I think it's the whole Shaggy Doo complex.
Okay,
It's like you
yeah.
introduce a new dog. No one likes that.
Yeah.
I want to play outside in the rain.
Oh, me too. I'm very sorry,
Come on.
but no. Playing in the leaves is how you get so messy in the first place.
That's right. Come on. We're going to make you so smart.
Say, will we get a biscuit?
But only if you let us brush you nicely.
Oh, okay, I'll be good. I like biscuits.
Right.
Yeah, I like biscuits too.
Oh,
We've seen it before many times in media.
What, when a new dog
When a new
gets
dog
added?
comes along, yeah.
People didn't like Snoopy at first, did they?
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No. Should we talk a bit about that, actually?
No.
'Cause- Oh, right, okay.
We
What,
could do that in
saving it
another
for
episode. We could do it
episode?
in the Peanuts episode.
I mean, this is my hot take. I think that Peanuts is an adult show.
Oh yeah, me too. We've watched it together
Yeah.
several times.
I watched it as a kid and thoroughly enjoyed it, but I ascend to another plane when I watch it as an adult now. I love it so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do an episode on that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I enjoyed Peanuts. So.
Yeah, I like a bit of Peanuts. Weirdly, my least favourite nut.
I'm not mad on Peanuts.
No, I
either.
find them quite boring.
I'm a bit weird about nuts in general. Like, you'll know this about me. I don't like nuts, whole nuts in any savoury meal. Right?
Yeah, I know that
So
about you.
I
Yeah.
can't take a nut in a. I can't take a nut in a salad.
Right.
No nuts in a salad. No
No.
nuts. Like, I don't like pine nuts at all. I don't really like them in like pestos and that sort of thing.
You love pistachio though.
The one that I think is okay is peanut in satay, and I can sort of
because
deal
it's just
with
peanut.
it.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit weird about peanuts in like
yeah.
peanut butter. I go on and off.
Like a
Do you like
salted
Snickers,
peanut.
though?
Sometimes I'm really in the mood for a salted peanut when I'm like snacking. If I'm like with a drink.
If I was going to snack on a nut, I would always choose a cashew over a peanut.
Oh
though.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Cashew
I don't
is the best nut.
like Brazil nuts at all.
Too big.
Horrible.
Too big.
Oh no, Milo. I hope I didn't put it in the rubbish bag by mistake.
My uncle made it for me specially.
Oh, Milo, I'm so sorry.
Oh dear.
Well, perhaps your uncle can make you another one, eh?
No, not like that one.
Oh, never mind, mate. Have my aeroplane.
No thanks, Jake. I want my plane.
Oh, I know. Judy, let's ask the dustman to give us our rubbish back.
Oh, well, I think it's too late now, Jake.
So each episode was basically just like the goings on of a playgroup with only 4 kids in it. So like,
Why was there only 4 kids in it?
well, 2 options. It's either
Apocalypse.
apocalypse. Yeah, they're all dead. That's right. That's not what I was
That's
going to
why
say.
they look like that.
They're all different colours because of a nuclear fallout.
Yeah.
It's Lazy Town all over again.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say either it's like a really expensive affair or all the other kids are next door and these are the 4 kids that need extra attention.
Although they're played by grown men.
Yeah, if you peel back the layers, they are...
Men.
So the guy that played Milo has TikTok.
Fuck off.
Yeah, he does. He has
Can
TikTok.
I see?
Yeah, of course. It's quite like jarring to see his face and hear that voice come out of his face.
Yeah.
So he's called... What's he called? He's called Bob Golding. And he sometimes has, like, other cast members on there to sort of collaborate.
Hello, a bit of a surprise today. I've got my good friend Colleen here. Hello, Cole, mate. You all right?
Hello, Bobby Bobster. I'm very well, thank you.
Now, Colleen was the voice of Fizz in the Tweenies. So, hello, Fizz.
Oh, hi, Milo. I'm having a really sunny day.
I'm cool. FAB-A-ROONEY. Yeah.
I'll be making up a dance. It's really good.
Okay, should we sing a quick song?
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's a worm at the bottom of the garden.
And his name is Wiggly Woo.
There's a worm at the bottom of the garden.
And all that he can do.
It feels almost perverted to watch.
Right. Because adults shouldn't
perversion
be...
because perversion is a feeling I felt before. And I know how to recognise it.
It's filthy. I mean, we shouldn't... I feel like actually a little bit dirty recording this.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Oh, this has taken a turn. I really feel like this episode took a turn and we've not really recovered yet. Like, we're not on the right track.
Where do you think it happened?
I think it turned when you started saying that Mr. Tumble is a bad person. I don't think we've got on track
fairly
yet.
early on, to be honest.
Yeah.
There is a worm at the bottom of the garden.
And his name is Wiggly Woo.
He's in my pants.
And all that he can do. Just gonna brush right over that. Oh yeah, so they in the later episodes they had the Tweenies going out inside into the real world and interacting with real humans.
Yeah.
So because they're not in their massive set, in their massive costumes, the entire Tweenie had to be an animatronic puppet.
Yeah.
And they just look so different.
Yeah.
It was like, at the time I didn't understand at all. I was like, huh?
I wonder why so much kids' TV is puppets.
Colours, shapes, noises.
Adults won't watch it.
Yeah, cheap. Maybe adults don't want to show their faces in... No, there are plenty that do, though.
Whimsy.
Whimsy, right.
It's just interesting, isn't it? Because you get a lot more puppets in kids' TV than in grown-up media.
That's true. Although puppets...
But why?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, puppets have not traditionally been for adults, but like the biggest puppet show ever, which was The Muppets, was kind of just for adults.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But what you definitely don't get in adult TV is humans covered entirely in fleece in sets bigger than they were.
Yeah.
What is that all about? Is it because it's just like more engaging to look at, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, what kids don't want is gritty realism.
No. Although, we've not covered Tracy Beaker yet, so...
Yeah.
And that was a massive hit.
Especially when kids are...
5 years old.
Tracy Beaker is sort of angled at being sort of soap-like in the way it is formatted, but sort of introducing children to the idea that not everybody is like them.
Yeah.
And a lot of TV does that, but when you get to the age of... a lot of children's TV does that, but when you get to the age of, like, what you would be when you're watching Tracy Beaker, you've moved on from the Tweenies, and your media consumption is a lot more like wanting to watch similar things to what the grown-ups watch.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that might be why.
You need more than just pure, like, sensory stimuli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a rainbow, lead the sun and rain. What are rainbows made of? Someone please explain. Are they made of ice cream, or maybe glitter glue? How do you get the colours? The yellow, red and blue. Rainbows are magic. Rainbows are magic. Rainbows are magic.
So, it's my parents do say that they kind of thought that they read between the lines on certain characters, like Bella lived with her gran and doesn't mention her parents, and Milo always talks about his naughty older brother, so they kind of thought maybe he's from a disadvantaged background when you consider what other people's view is on Milo, which is that he's black. Did you know this?
No, because they're all different colours.
Sure.
I didn't know that there was any...
I mean,
So you're
yes.
suggesting that there's a racial bias towards Milo?
I am.
Because,
So I showed you that guy's TikTok.
Yeah.
So when he made his first TikTok and he revealed, that he was the guy that voiced Milo, all the comments were either, "Oh my God, my childhood," or "What? I thought Milo was black." And everyone was like, "But no, Milo's supposed to be black." And it's like, some people like
well, he still can be, because
he still can be.
He's a big puppet.
Yeah. So people point to his hair. People point to the way that he behaves. I don't know. People just think that that's how he was coded.
To be fair, the guy who voices Milo doesn't not look like Milo.
No, I know. He's got similar hair. Yeah. But he's done loads of voice work. He's in so many shows.
Of all the things I'd thought about the Tweenies, I'd not gone so far as to assign them skin colours within the human world.
That is absolutely fair. I guess if you are a child that is not represented that much,
yeah,
then maybe you would actually,
as would have been on TV when we were younger.
Yeah, maybe you would assign those things to what you think are being coded that way.
One of the Teletubbies is as well, isn't? Is it? Well,
Dipsy does have darker skin.
Yes, but the guy who is Dipsy is black.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 97% sure that is because I remember reading a thing about it. But yeah, because so I don't know if at that time if there's the token black character,
yeah,
and that's what you're used to seeing as your representation, then you would assign one of those for yourself.
Well, a lot of people think I don't know if you remember the Backyardigans.
I don't. I've heard. I don't think I ever watched.
Right, it was an American show.
Yeah.
I think it was on Channel 5. I think it was Milkshake they showed it on. But the creator of that is a black woman, and obviously they're like all different. They're animals. They're different coloured animals. Like there's a pink hippo, there's a blue penguin, and everyone says that they're black. And weirdly, one character who is a purple kangaroo, everyone kind of has agreed that that's the white one.
Right, okay.
And he's not even in all of the episodes. He's there sometimes.
Yeah.
He's like their other friend, and everyone's like, no, he's clearly the white one in the neighborhood, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and like, I you know when you just like you can't say why, and I especially can't say why because I'm not black. I'm white.
I'm sure that there's something much deeper to this that we are missing that other people can answer a lot more thoroughly than we can.
Yeah, I would like to know what it is that we're missing and why people think these things. Because it's obviously not just based on looks and voice.
What, because he's purple?
Because he's purple and voiced by a white man.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why.
So there must be something else there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Max, I love you. Come here. You enjoyed that walk, didn't you, Doodles? Sick?
He just went bleh all
no.
over the floor.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my shoes. Oh, yuck. Oh, I have to wash them now.
Oh,
It's
Fizz.
disgusting.
It was horrible, Max. It was all... Oh, is he going to be told off? No, Milo. Oh, poor Jackie. Look, I'll have to go and see him. Oh, yucka-rooney. Poor! I can smell it from here. Oh, Jakey.
Oh, poor Jakey. It's horrible being sick. I'll tell you what, he needs looking after. I'd better go and be Dr. Bella.
Oh, stinky sickaroony. Oh, dear. Oh, just sit quietly, Jakey.
I'll dab his head, Max. Oh, I was sick, Max.
I know, I heard you.
Yeah, over there.
Yes, that's right. Oh, don't worry.
It just came out.
Yes.
I couldn't help it, Max.
Oh, don't worry, Jakey. I can soon clear it up. It's all right.
So Bella was voiced by two women. Bella was voiced at first by Sally Priesig, who is also a puppeteer. I don't believe she was the one in the puppet, but she went on to be in Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh,
or I guess she will have been in Muppets Christmas Carol before she was in the Tweenies, because it's an older film.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then, so it was like people in the costume and then other people on a soundstage.
Yeah.
So, and there was another, there was going to be another Tweenie.
Yeah?
There was going to be a fifth one, a middle one, called Sid. And all that's really known about Sid, all that I could find out about Sid, and this is in an interview with Ian Lachlan, he was a sensitive little chap. The BBC cut him. Don't know what he looked like. Don't know what colour he was.
Because he was a prick.
But yeah, he was probably just too difficult to work with.
He was sensitive.
Yeah.
And we hated him.
He was a diva.
Yeah.
His rider was just too much. He wanted his own trailer. You know, in Teletubbies, and we know that this was made initially to fill a hole left by Teletubbies.
Yes.
This is how Teletubbies as a species worked as well, is that you would watch their tummies and real humans would be going about their daily lives.
Yeah.
And this happened in so many kids' shows. It probably still happens now. I imagine it does, because it happened in, like, pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
I remember, like, there would be puppets or cartoons or whatever, and there would be, like, a section in the show where you would just watch real human people going about their lives doing some sort of activity and talking about it. Why? Why did they do that?
Children don't know anything about the world yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they learn about the world as the characters in the show learn about the world.
Oh, sure.
So it creates less of a sense of otherness for kids because they're learning about these things. All the shows that you watch or watched as kids at that age, or most of them, had some level of education to them. And they all had that kind of like going off into the world and exploring new things. Like we were literally talking about bits and bobs the other day, and it's exactly
we were.
It's exactly the same concept. We were talking about the Hoobs the other day. It's the same concept.
Yep.
Puppets. Then they go.
It's like when you're that age, basically everything is educational because you don't know anything.
Even Aunt Mabel, what was it called?
Come Outside.
Come Outside.
That was the whole thing, wasn't it?
That was the whole thing. Yeah.
So the reason that
this woman who's
oh, what a legend!
But clearly she's got like, what's the fear of going outside?
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, she's like agoraphobic, and she's like, come outside with me because I'd never go out there, so we can come and learn together. That's what I took from it as a child.
Oh, you think that she just needed a companion because she couldn't go by herself, and that's why we were watching her? Yeah. Interesting. She literally knows how to fly a plane, and you think that she's agoraphobic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You don't need other people in that place. She doesn't fly the plane with other people, does she?
Just a dog.
Just a dog.
Just a dog. Yeah. But yeah, the reason I brought up these real people is because that was like a section of the Tweenies.
Yeah.
Of course. Because they had the Tweenie clock.
Yes.
Which we've not spoken about yet.
No.
Tweenie clock, where will it stop? One of the sections was like song time. There was messy time, which was like arts and crafts. There was story time, where they just like read
boring
a
shit.
book. Yeah. And one of them was telly time, or in the US, video time, which is like way less whimsical and just
telly
shit,
time.
I think. Yeah. Where we just watched some humans.
Yeah.
And sometimes they went out into the world, these horrible little puppets that didn't look anything like they actually looked like.
Yeah.
And interacted with the humans, which is a bit
creepy.
Yeah. Because if you saw one in the wild, what would you do, Meg?
Oh, back of a shovel, mate.
Yeah. You bury it in the garden.
I'd stamp it to death. I'd panic and stamp the cunt.
You'd leave it in a river, wouldn't you?
I don't know where I'd leave it.
Rocks in its pockets.
Fucking
just
car
yeah.
compactor.
Ugh.
Horrible.
Yeah, horrible.
Is she on any medication at all for anything?
No, but occasionally she has a little bit of eczema.
Right, does she take anything for her eczema?
Not at the moment, no.
All right.
Hi, Fizz. I'm Dr. Brown.
Hello?
I've heard that you've hurt your arm here.
Yes, I have.
Let's have a look.
Ooh, ooh.
Is it the wrist that's sore, where it's swollen?
Yes, it is.
Oh, dear.
Ooh, ooh.
How about your elbow? Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Let's see you waggle those fingers.
Like this?
That's it.
Do you think that they're bigger than us in real life, or...?
That is the sense I got as a child. Right,
Yeah.
massive heads.
Massive.
How were they born?
Because that's like saying how...
So everything about them is bigger.
Yes. That's like saying how are elephants born? They're so big. Well, their mums are elephants as well.
No, but they have abnormally large heads, and yet
Yeah,
we're
you're
still
right.
supposed to recognise them as humanoid.
And their feet are really big as well.
Yeah.
Like really heavy looking boots.
They're like if hobbits had big heads.
They are. They're like if hobbits had big heads.
Oh, they're just so weird, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope I never come
Because
across one.
this was the thing with the Teletubbies, is they didn't pretend to be human. They were just creatures.
Yeah, that's where they went wrong. And they have these,
They were sort of like babies, weren't they? They were sort
yeah,
of
like
weird
alien babies.
Yeah.
The thing about the Tweenies as well is that they have these like venom-ass mouths.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Tom Hardy venom. Their mouths were like
But
that.
they also kind of look a bit zippy.
Yes, they were zippy without the zip.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were going to do Rainbow this week, actually. We're holding off, but we are eventually going to cover Rainbow
Yeah,
because
fair enough.
that is absolutely one that we have to talk about.
Ooh, yeah! Dotman, na-na-na-na. Oh no, the colours have gone. Where's the green of the grass, the blue of the sky, the yellow of the wall? It's all right, Garden. Dotman is here. It's my job to save the colours of the world. Dotman to the rescue. Up, and away! Dotman! Dotman to the rescue! Dotman! Dotman to the rescue!
Now, what I might do is I might call my dad. Because I might call Adrian. What's funny?
Just, it's not what I expected you to say. Before you do that,
Yeah.
I was listening to the Pingu episode at the weekend with my boyfriend, and I heard myself
quote unquote 2 weeks ago.
I heard myself laugh, and I said to him, "That's not how I sound when I laugh, is it?"
Of course it is.
And he said, "And that's one of the tamer ones."
That's when you're not even trying.
People have to listen to me make that noise.
It's a beautiful noise.
Shut up.
Okay. Yeah, I might call my dad, and the reason for that is because I don't know a bigger fan of the Tweenies than my dad, even at his big age.
How old is he?
He's 54 or 55.
Yeah. You get the 54-year-old man on the podcast.
Why not? We're too old for it as well.
Get him on before it's too late.
Meg! No, that's my dad. Just because your parents had you when they were like 12. It's too much.
Listener, I don't know what to say.
All right, 15. Yeah, he loves the Tweenies so much that this Christmas just gone, I bought him a Tweenies CD for £2 on Depop because the music was always the element of it that he really loved.
Did he like the gift?
Well, it didn't contain his 2 favourite songs from the Tweenies. It contained 2 discs.
Yeah.
But it didn't have his 2 favourite songs. So one of them was called Today I Saw a Rainbow, and the other one is There's a Worm at the Bottom of the Garden. Those are his 2 favourite songs.
Speaking of dads,
Yeah.
of course, I sent the Pingu podcast to my dad. I sent it specifically to my dad because my dad was given for Christmas, speaking of Christmas, a Pingu-themed T-shirt
Oh.
that said something like "Noot Noot Motherfuckers" or something
Right.
like that, right? And I sent the link to my dad, and I said, "This is for you, Dad." And this is the response I got from my own father.
Uh-huh.
I'll listen to that this weekend. Just to be clear, though, I didn't buy that T-shirt. Ben got me it. I'm not even a particular Pingu fan.
How can you not be? Well, he will be this weekend.
Just to be clear, though.
Do you think he's ever going to wear it?
He's worn it. I'm just not sure he's ever going to listen to the podcast.
He's bought himself a Kylie T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so self-conscious
he's-
of my laugh now.
He's not above buying himself novelty T-shirts,
No.
right?
But he wouldn't count Kylie as a novelty.
Sure, she's a great artist.
Hello.
Hi, Dad. You okay?
Hello. Yes. How are you, my darling?
I'm very good. Listen, Dad, we're talking about the Tweenies.
Oh yes.
Can we hear your thoughts about the Tweenies? Because I know that you're a particular fan.
Well, yeah. There's creepy old Max.
Yeah.
Who was Judy?
Yeah, there was Judy.
Yes. Yeah. Judy was holding it all together.
I like the way the puppets, when they did outside broadcasts, were totally different to the ones inside.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Tell us
I
about.
was always astounded by the dog. Was it a person bent over? Or
It actually was. It was one of the creator's daughters. Sorry, there's one more thing I want to talk about.
What?
There's a worm at the bottom of the garden.
Oh, bloody marvellous song, yes. When the wiggle wiggle, old Max doing the wiggle wiggle.
Yeah, they had a dance.
Slightly arthritic hips.
Dad still sings it in the kitchen.
He's
Loves it.
yes, arthritic hips, and he's
Yeah,
good.
creepy pervy Max.
Time.
Sorry, say that again. Say that again, Mum.
The Tweenies. Did Jake lose the plot at one point? Did he go all like
Yeah.
delinquent?
He didn't go delinquent, but he had a couple of tantrums because he was the youngest one.
Can you mention, Elsie, how upsetting it was when someone kicked Doodles?
Oh, was there an episode where someone kicked Doodles?
Yeah, and I think it was Milo who was saying, but who'd do that to her? You know, who'd do that? What sort of there was a social comment as well, you know.
Yeah, there was always a social comment.
It was an upsetting one, honestly. I'm not bullshit.
Hey, Dad, wasn't Izzles like your own personal Scrappy Doo?
Yeah.
No need for Izzles.
I'd have sent it to that kettle in the sky.
You'd have shot her in between the eyes, would you?
No, had it put down humanely.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but that's expensive.
Yeah. That's my parents. So usually at this point in the show, we would read some bad reviews to some sad music.
Yeah.
But the thing about the Tweenies is that it was just really good. Like, no one's actually publicly going to come out against the Tweenies.
Yeah.
Until us today. We're the first to do it.
Yeah.
What I want to do instead is read this BBC article that came out a few years ago describing a complaint. And I think I want you to read it, Meg.
Okay.
And we're gonna play the same music because it's royalty free and it makes me laugh.
During the Tweenies' original run between 1999 and 2002, a song featured in the series sparked outrage among dentists. The song, which was uploaded to the CBeebies website, was found to contain the lyrics, "Sweets for my breakfast, sweets for my lunch, and sweets for my supper too." After the song seemed to encourage children to eat sweets constantly, the programme came under fire from the British Dental Health Association, with Chief Executive Dr. Nigel Carter saying in a statement, "I find it completely unacceptable that the BBC would use some of its most popular and influential characters to encourage children to eat more sweets." He added, "As a state-run channel, and one which we pay for in licence fees, the BBC has a duty to provide young people with educational as well as entertaining content. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it has failed to do so."
So that's one issue which I think we can agree is unacceptable.
Is it?
I'm doing a bit.
Oh.
So if you could just play along.
Sorry.
That's all right. But I promised you an issue with the show that sparked hundreds of complaints, didn't I?
Is that the dentist thingy?
It's not. No, that was just for warm-ups.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the TV presenter Jimmy Savile?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen
God.
Yeah. Right. So, creepy pervy Max. It was always there. We always knew. Everyone was just too scared to talk about it.
Yeah.
He did an impression of Jimmy Savile.
Yes.
To be fair, no, sorry, that I probably shouldn't use those words when talking about Jimmy Savile.
To be fair. To be fair to the guy, he was old.
We do not, under any circumstances, have to give it to him.
You got to give it to the fella. No, you don't.
No, you don't. To be fair to the creators, this show was made in 1999, all the way up to 2002. And I know that everyone knew about it. Like, everyone was saying that they knew about it, right? But yeah, it was still getting repeated.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it happened in 2011 that he died and everyone found out. And you can still very much see that episode everywhere.
But they don't air it anymore.
They don't air it anymore. No, actually, the last repeat of Tweenies happened in 2016.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how they make these decisions about what keeps going and what stops.
We'll make 270 episodes and then we'll only air it for about 15 to 17 years.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, how do they actually... I'd love to know who decides when things are going away.
Well, I wonder what it was replaced with.
Yeah. Huh.
Because it's not like it was costing them money to produce anymore.
Well, no,
It was
exactly.
produced.
Yeah, it's been produced. So I might just put a little clip in here of Max
doing the Jimmy.
Yeah, and I'll
Jimmy
probably
Savile.
put a picture of it on the Instagram as well, because it's something that needs to be seen.
Yeah.
It's really something that's quite startling, to be honest.
Yeah.
The thing is, the guy that voices Milo and Max seems just like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
he does.
someone probably had him against the wall, like, telling him to do this.
Well, the thing is, not to make this a Jimmy Savile podcast, but
There's enough
people
of it.
say that they knew. Then a lot of people were either very willfully ignorant or are lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think that you want to be the person that, you know, I don't know, I think
Didn't do anything.
they didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, what people say is that it was an open secret. And you can go back and watch, like, clips of presenters, like, making reference to him being weird. Like,
Yeah.
very clearly on entertainment shows, just, like, making snide comments. But it's like, these people don't actually have any power.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, someone should have done. Like, the BBC as an institution is at fault, of course. And, like, there will
You hear that?
There will...
You hear that, Beeb?
Yeah, I'm going to be blacklisted now. No, I'm not. I'm not going to get blacklisted for saying Jimmy Savile was bad and they should have done something. What am I talking about?
Hello, all you teddy guys and girls out there. Welcome to the Tweenie Chart Countdown. Today you're going to hear all the Tweenies' favourite songs. And first on stage is young Milo. He's chosen this number as his favourite song because he likes to move and dance. So, at number 4 in the Tweenies charts is One Finger, One Thumb, Keep Moving.
One last thing I want to say. The Tweenies had 5 songs that got into the top 20.
5.
Yep.
That's more than a lot of recording artists.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, one was a Christmas song called I Believe in Christmas.
Yeah.
Let me find the others. Hang on. Oh, it won a BAFTA as well, but I don't actually think that's as impressive as getting into the top 20 UK charts 5 times. Right, so they got to number 5 with the song Number 1. Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then Best Friends Forever got to number 12. Do the Lollipop got to 17. I Believe in Christmas got to number 9. And Have Fun Go Mad went to 20.
Have fun, go.
Yeah. Good advice. A lot of people, I've read this in, like, during my research, reading, like, YouTube comments and TikTok comments and stuff, because Tweenies is kind of big on TikTok now.
Yeah.
Like, it is
Yeah.
ripe for the memeing.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people are saying that Milo was their, like, childhood crush.
Right.
You don't have anything to say about that?
You know how I feel about crushes on things that aren't real.
Meg doesn't believe that you can have a crush on a fictional character, and especially...
It's not so much a fiction, it's animations. I find it so strange.
I
Go
don't.
outside onto the street and meet some people.
I don't find it weird. I think most people understand. Like, I'm not defending having a crush on Milo. I don't agree with that.
It sounds a lot like you are.
No, I'm not. I do think...
I'm just defending having a crush on whatever you want to have a crush on.
There are certain animated people that are hot. Everyone knows this.
Go on then.
You're in a minority here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just think of one. I'll get back to you. I'm going to get back to you on that one. But yeah, lots of people said that when they were like 4 years old, Milo was the one that they had a crush on. I think it's because he was like the bad boy. Do you think?
I just think
is there any point
because if you're a little girl and your options
we're trying to rationalise it. I don't
Milo,
know
Jake, and creepy
Max.
old Max
or Doodles.
Right. You would go for Milo over Jake, wouldn't you? Because Jake...
Yeah, you would.
Jake also seems, even if you are 4 and you're watching the Tweenies,
yeah,
Jake seems younger.
Yeah, it's something
He
about
seems
that.
very little.
It's that Mr. Tumble voice that really grates on my ears.
Yeah.
My colleague told me that when she was a kid, she kind of had a bit of a crush on Gingy from Shrek. That's not the character I should use to make this point across to you.
No.
Who do I see? The first one that comes to mind for me,
Robin Hood.
it is Robin Hood.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say that because it makes me sound like a furry, and I don't fancy him because he's a fox. I fancy him because he's got a nice manner.
Yeah,
about
all right,
him.
you furry.
He's got a nice manner about him, and he's got a sexy voice.
Got a nice manner about him.
He does.
This is how Elsie selects her men.
He's a socialist.
So last night at the pub, just to give you a sense of what Elsie's type is, she said that she prides herself on not being shallow. And our housemate looked her dead in the eyes and said, "No, Elsie, you're just easy."
That's not quite what happened. Meg pointed out that the men I've been with are I don't know what to...
The men I've been with. The men I have lain with.
Hey, behave. They're very diverse in looks.
They are.
And I just said, I'm not shallow, I don't really have a type.
She's just desperate.
And Laura said, no, you're just easy. And now Meg is going one further. I think that's really rude. And I know that I'm trying to make this point to you that you can have a crush on fictional animated characters. And listeners, if you agree, please tweet us. Or
They're
message
not going
us.
to out themselves.
No, they are.
As
because
subjects of public shame.
this is such a common thing. You are in a minority.
Yeah,
in not-
it might be a common thing, but they're not going to say it on the internet, mate. It's out there forever.
It's all people say on the internet. Have you been on the internet?
No, I try and stay off it.
It is full of it, Meg. It is a filthy. Come on, you can't avoid it.
Well,
that was our episode about fucking tweenies. It took a turn somewhere at the beginning and we never really covered.
I don't think that this is about the sweetness, though, is it? It's about our issues.
This was from the very beginning about our issues.
Issue number 1. Meg doesn't like Mr. Tumble.
Yeah, let's unpack that.
I just find him very irritating.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
it grates on me to the point of dislike.
Yeah. I mean,
You can be irritating, or you can be irritating and on telly.
I say this with a lot of love. I know that you eventually want kids.
Yeah.
You might have to get over watching annoying TV.
I am happy for my children to watch the annoying TV.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm not going to suddenly find it annoying. I'm not going to stop them from watching it.
Some parents do. Some of them are like, oh, my kids only read books.
I'm going to raise my kids on the news.
I'm going to raise my kids on wooden toys and the outdoors.
Yes.
Like that meme, kids don't remember their best day of TV.
It's like, yeah, they do.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, I remember Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I remember.
That's why we're here. I need to move on.
I need to move.
Yeah. Should we get out of this hellhole?
I think we should.
Okay. Thanks for joining me once again. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for joining me, although I'm not sure this is about the tweenies. It was more of a breakdown.
Yeah, I think it was. I think, and it's only episode 3.
I'm quite hungry.
Pray for us. Yeah, I'm hungry. Should I get some food?
Yeah, get some food.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
And if you want to listen to more Thoughts TV, we are on Spotify. We eventually will be on Apple Podcasts. I just need to recover my password.
I could have done that.
Oh, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I could do
Oh,
that.
if you would, that would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we are on the Twitter at thoughts__TV.
Underscore. Mm-hmm.
And we're at Thoughts TV on Instagram, but the 0 is an O. Or
Do you mean the O is a zero?
even? Yeah. Oh, it was a real struggle trying to secure that, but I've done it now, so I'm going to make the most of it. Please go follow.
Yeah, if only you had both of your kidneys.
Yeah. It was a sacrifice, but it was worth it.